Hi, this is Doreen of More Creative Clothing. Happy Friday Sews! Glad to be a part of this group of all you YouTubers having your channels and discussing all the stuff that you're sewing, all these ideas that are flowing out there. It's fun. Just had to join up because I sew a lot of clothes, and I love to show off my clothing. I love to just tell people that I've made what they're looking at, whatever I'm wearing. So it's been fun for me. It'll be fun for me to do this. So I will start out by showing you a few things that I've sewn in the last week or so. I'll let you know, of course, the pattern. I manipulate a lot. I hack a lot. I use Pinterest as my source of inspiration. And I use a couple of designers that are on YouTube. When I see things I like, I go for it. So when I say I use Pinterest as an inspiration, I find things on there that I like, and then I go to a pattern that's as close to it as possible. I may combine patterns. I'll do whatever it needs to get to where I want to get to. So that's what I do, and that's what I love doing. I love finding a really cool, interesting design, and it perks my interest, and I just gotta make it. So I will start off by, we've got this pattern here, which is the Kwik Sew, Kwik Sew 4173. Now that's this guy. You'll see the dress up there. This one is pretty easy. What I did is, and you'll see I'm wearing it right now, I cut it on a bias so that the stripes in this pattern would intersect. So that's how it turned out, and I like it. I do enjoy it. What I found I didn't like is to have the collar so up close to my neck. I just didn't enjoy it. It didn't work for me. So as you see, I did what you see here. I just did that and did that. I really just cut out the old one and put the new one in, and just kind of cut out the style that I wanted and inserted it with more of this black ribbing. That's what I did. The one thing I would say that I have to change the next time I do this is that the arm is way up here at the shoulder. So I try to do it at like a fourth of an inch, so it got down a little bit. But the next time I make this, because I'm gonna make it again because it's really easy, and you can have fun with so many different types of the different patterns in the fabric, that it's easy to do. It's easy to play with this one. So I've got a note to make sure that the shoulder seam comes down like a good, at least a half of an inch. So that's the only thing that has to do with that one. Outside of that, it works. It was pretty easy. Okay, so on to the next one. Okay, this next one is Simplicity 8790. That one, as you can see all the writing on the pattern, I've used this a lot. I think this one is probably the third one. I made two of these last fall, and this one I made out of just for fall, just for right now. It was such a fun creative fabric that I used. I really enjoyed it. So I made that, and then I had a couple of events to go to last weekend, so I wanted to figure out what I could just put on top of it. Not a coat, but just something colorful and fun. So once again, Pinterest came to light, and you'll see up on top the inspiration and the how to do it, I made it out of that orange fabric that you see, and it just slips over the top. It was very easy to work with. Matter of fact, last Saturday morning I started making it. I think maybe it took maybe a couple of hours to do it. The difference in it, you'll see. They tell you to have like a lot of fabric, to use a lot of width in the fabric, like a full yard through here and a whole bunch through here. I've got a smaller area through here and smaller shoulders. So when I made this one, I really just measured from here to here and said, that's all I need. It worked. So simple to work with. I did not hem anything. No one knew a darn thing. The pattern of the fabric was so cute that that's what people were looking at. And everybody was just amazed at how cute it turned out. So pretty happy about that one. Okay, next one. Okay, the next one here is Simplicity 1108. This should have been really simple. And it was simple to make it. Very simple to make, but I know the alterations that I need to make on my body shape, and I just forgot. And I was kind of ticked. I got it to work out just by messing with it a bit. So on me, I'll just let you know what I do for my body shape. I used to be with a sewing group through the American Sewing Guild. So many years ago, I just said to the ladies, okay, what's wrong? What's going on here? And I just stood up and they just picked at my body type. And it was really helpful. So the deal is that everything, I got a very square shoulder. And so when I stand up, everything kind of goes off to this direction. It does that partly because I've got the square shoulders, partly because I've got, my hip, here's my shoulders and my hips come out. So it forces, because the hips come out, it forces the pattern to come out at an angle. So what I have to do is two different things. One, I got to bring this up. So anything, blouses, anything, I always have to make this, it's like a little, it's not a pleat, it's a dart. I make a dart somewhere in this area here. I make a dart and just bring it up. That helps a lot. And then through the shoulder seam itself, I have, it's not at an angle, it's pretty much straight away. That's what I do. I cut it, I go, if you have the size, your size is this way, I cut it the next size down and bring it on over. So next size down and cut it straight over. That's what I do. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, let me know. That's what I do. Between those two, it brings this up and it's strength and it lines it back. It gets it more vertically in line. So I did a couple of revisions. I just faked it. And no one's going to notice. That's what I realized when I looked at it. I said, I did a couple things to it just to get by. Done. Not a difficult pattern whatsoever. What I did to finish it off is they don't really show much. They do show a little bit of a facing. So what I did is I created a little facing and just faced the whole thing by maybe an inch. Just turned it on under and sewed it on top, and it worked. It's done. There's nothing else to say about that one. It's pretty darn easy. It's really just working it to your body type. And that's all I can say about it. Okay, so my last one, I just finished it. you'll see on the sweatshirt, um, I, I got it right here, so I'll show it to you. This is a normal pink. It was a pink colored sweatshirt. I don't know where I got it from, but it had been in my stash for just a little while, or in my closet for a little while, and it was just a pink, and I put it on. It was kind of boring. So I went ahead and I put it in some dye. I rolled it up and just did some playing with the fabric before I put it into the boiling water, because it's a polyester. Sorry if you hear anything in the background. They're doing some work on the windows. Hopefully you don't hear anything. I do. So what I did is, and you'll see in the picture, this, because it's polyester, it's a synthetic, I boiled it in the hot water, boiled it for like a good half hour, and had two different colors, and it kind of turned out, the dyeing turned out pretty cute. So I'm happy with the dyeing. And then I just got some fabric out of my stash, got a hood, just got the hood piece out of another pattern, and just got one that was close enough to it, sewed it on, cut it out, sewed it on, and then I got a little shoestring. Yeah, shoestring. That's what I use for. I tend to use that for my my hoodie ties. So that will work out with that. So yeah, that works out. Let's see. What can I say about this? I said I dyed it in water. Hot water, boiling water. Oh, that's what I was going to say. What I tend to do with these things, when I'm putting these through, they tend to get messed up in the dryer, and some of them fall right out of the holes. They just get pulled, they come out. So what I do is right in the middle here. Here's the hood, right in the middle through here. Right here. Right through there, I literally sew it into place. And then if it gets bunched up, it's only going to be bunched up a little bit. It's not going to take the whole thing out. So that's what I do. Ta-da! Yeah, I enjoy dyeing fabric. I love it. This turned out fun enough. You can see the little bit of the different varieties of the colors. So, it's better than a drab light pink. So, yeah, you can see a little bit in the back there too, how it came through just from the pleating. Okay, I think that's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. Please let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to see from me in the future. Put it in the comments, please. Okay, thanks so much. Anyone who's joining me for the first time, thank you so much for listening. Okay? All right. Bye-bye.